Hello, welcome to Impact Grant System. In this video, I would like to show how to do the grant spending review as a co-chair, and you can vote on the grant as a co-chair and release the grant at the same time. So I'm going to log into Impact Grant System Committee, Community, and you see this is the homepage, and the first thing you see is the column 1, which is a grant spending review, and I'm logged in as a management co-chair, Mr. David McQuinn. And you see on this, a lot of grants are on the labor allow voting is yes, and on management allow voting is pending, which means the labor co-chair has already released it for the other committee members to vote on it, but we are still waiting for management to go ahead and release it for the voting. Once both co-chair release it, then the other committee members should be able to vote on this grant. So we're gonna go ahead and if you scroll down and you see there's 2 of them that's still pending, which means both co-chairs have still not released it or voted on this grant. So I'm gonna go ahead and select grant 332, which is one of the supplemental grant, and you select this grant, select the radio button, and one of the co-chair is already voted on it, but we are waiting for management since David McMahon is a management co-chair. So we're gonna select this grant, click the next button, and you can review the whole grant by the grant number, the grant type, and all that information. It's still in a pending vote status, and the amount 5,000, and the information is given. And the next thing we're going to do, there's 3 options you have. You can either, I want to vote on the grant, then release it for the executive committee voting. So basically, as a co-chair, you can vote on this grant and release it at the same time. Or if you don't want to vote right now, you only want to release for the other members to, you can also that, or you can select a different grant. So we're gonna go ahead and select the first radio button, which says I want to vote and release it for the executive committee voting. And then you're gonna click the next. And again, if you look at it, it already showed that Mr. Donald Sampa, who is a labor co-chair, voted on this grant on 3/19/2021, and he wrote a comment that yes, I vote, and the vote is yes. And I'm gonna go ahead and vote again. Yes. And comments are optional, but you can write a comment. Yes, I vote on this. And okay, next thing is you're gonna click the next button. And do you want to allow voting on the grant? Which means, are we releasing this grant for other committee members to vote? So yes. And if you have any documentation, you can upload here. Then you can click the next button. And it says, thank you for reviewing for the grant for voting. Click finish to return to the start of the flow. So you click the or click home button. So we're gonna click the finish just to make sure everything is done. And if you scroll down, the grant, it was 322, or I'm sorry, 332. So I don't see that here because both co-chairs have voted on this, and it should move to the next column or next table for other members to vote. So let's just make sure we are seeing in the next column. Click the second one and it should come up here. And it was 3. Again, I've been doing a lot of testing, so you see it. So you see it's all the way down, and it's 332 supplemental grant, the one we just voted on, and the other committee members will get an email, and you can see my vote is yes, and we have 11 days for other members to vote on this, and once we get the voting done, they all get the emails that the grant is open for voting. That's it. Thank you.